Tuesday.
All right, welcome back to our second post-game press conference. Congratulations to the Seton Hall Pirates, 66-42 winners over Xavier in our second first-round game here at the 2018 Big East Women's Basketball Tournament presented by Jeep. So Seton Hall advances to tomorrow's quarterfinal matchup, 6 o'clock Central, against number 2 DePaul. A couple of notes about the Seton Hall Pirates, and specifically Nicole Jiminez, who joins us on the dais here. Fourth straight game for her, and fifth in 7 with at least 10 points. Career high in rebounds as well with 7. And for Seton Hall, their 6th straight year in which they have at least 1 win in the Big East Tournament. And like I said, they'll take on DePaul tomorrow at 6 Central. That's a DePaul team that they played very close, 72-68 last Sunday at Seton Hall. So with that, we'll take an opening statement from Coach. We'll open it up to Q&A for Nicole. And then we'll do questions for Coach, but we'll start first with Coach, an opening statement.
Thanks, James, and I was just really proud of our ladies today. I know Xavier didn't play their best game by any stretch, and they'll have a great future ahead of them. I think Coach Neal and his staff do a wonderful job. They have a lot of young, talented players, and it's very difficult in a Big East setting, especially in an arena setting, to play in your first Big East game, let alone, you know, in an environment where, you know, the other team played well, which we did today. So I was really proud of our girls. I thought we came out with a lot of energy. And I thought we would be a little nervous, so we tried to use the nervousness to our energy. And early on, to get that lead was important, because we wanted to play ahead. And the young lady on my right has improved each and every day, and I'm very proud of her. She plays a lot of passion, a lot of toughness, and really helps her teammates play that way as well.
All right, thank you, Coach. We'll open it up to questions for Nicole. We do have a microphone that we'll get around to you. Just raise your hand. Once we get the microphone to you, we ask that you introduce yourself with your name and affiliation.
Hello, I'm Danielle Volowski with Swish Appeal. Nicole, so Coach just said that you guys were going to be nervous, and you guys turned that nervousness into energy. It's also hard to play in such a big arena with not that many fans, but how did you guys create that energy tonight?
We just kind of stuck to the game plan, stay communicated, and we just had fun, played through the nervousness. It's basketball we've played since we were little girls, so it was easy.
Again, if you have a question, raise your hand. We'll get the microphone over to you. And just name and affiliation, please.
Thank you. Angelo Maltese, WSOU Seton Hall Radio. Nicole, so first Big East Conference tournament game for you among many others on this team. Going into this game before the tip-off with the introductions and all of that going on, what was that moment like for you?
Just like I said, they prepared us. We were ready. We had a week of preparation, and like the girls constantly, encouraging each other. So.
Right here in the front row.
Hi, Charlie Goldsmith, Her Hoop Stats. So this season you only shoot 40, or as a team you shoot 44% from 2-point range, yet today from the field you were 50%. How are you guys able to do so much better than you usually do on the offensive end?
I'm sorry, I missed the last part.
How as a team were you able to do so much better on the offensive end than you usually do?
It starts off in practice. We go hard, game-like speed, and it showed off in the game, 50%.
Any other questions for Nicole? Got one more here in the second row.
So the way you guys were shooting tonight, like off of what he was saying, how do you guys think, what statement do you think was made tonight as you guys saw that DePaul was scouting the game?
We're hungry. We've lost to them twice, so we're ready to see them again. So.
Anything else for Nicole?
I just want to say the young lady on my right has really battled a lot. She came in as a very highly recruited junior college player, and it's been a tough year, up and down. And she's always stayed with a positive mindset, and she works hard every day. She's been through a lot of injuries now, and she's kind of embodied what this team is about. That we try and get better every day, and we try to play within ourselves, and we take each other for what we are. And I will say I'm really proud of her. I am.
Great. On that note, Nicole, thank you. We'll get you back to the locker room.
Thank you.
We'll get reset here, and then we'll take questions for Coach.
Thank you.
Yep.
Once again, if you have a question for Coach, raise your hand and we'll get the mic over to you. Right over here in the front row in the corner. You may have to come this way depending on how that microphone cord goes.
Hey, Coach. Matt Ambrose, WSU Sports. One player that really stood out to me that made a big impact, Selena Faloxi. 10 points, bunch of rebounds, really fought down low. What was your impression of her performance tonight?
I agree, Matt. You know, Selena won a New York State championship last year, and she was the best player and arguably the best player in the state. And I think the bigger the game, the better Selena plays. When we met last week, at the beginning of the week, and we had a very serious conversation, and we said, listen, you've got to dedicate yourself to having a great week of practice because that will translate into having a great tournament. And to her credit, she did. And it's not a coincidence that she had a great week of practice and had a great game tonight. And I'm very proud of her for that because it's not easy. She's a freshman. She's tired. In fact, our other freshman, Kimmy Evans, played really well too. I don't care what her numbers are. She came out. She grabbed 2 rebounds. Those are the 2 best rebounds she's had in a month. And they set the tone, and that was really important. And I think the rest of their teammates encouraged them, so that was important.
Any other questions for Coach? Right here in the front row again.
So all season you've been in the top 10 percentile in the country in steal rate and in block rate. Do you think that like hustle mindset carried over today?
It does, and that's a really good question. We said to him at halftime, we only have 1 steal, and I'm like, all right, we'll get a lot more steals in the second half. We only have 3. So I just think we were a little bit on our heels, but the girls found other ways to defend properly. And I think we pushed them off the 3-point line maybe a foot more than they normally like to shoot them from. And I think that helped because I think they only shot 6 for 32 from 3. So that helped. So our defense was very important with our pressure. We just pushed them off the line as opposed to stealing the ball tonight.
Shu.
Coach, Matt Schumacher, Big East Conference. When we met earlier this year, it was right before you guys were playing Marquette, and you told me that you didn't have a bona fide leader on this team, that you were still searching for that. Who is that for you guys now that you're in tournament play?
Matt, you and I have met many years ago. Please don't say we met this year. You know, we talked about that yesterday at dinner as a staff. We're still searching. I think Inya has done a great job. But I thought KK Hilaire really showed a lot of leadership skills today. You know, she's the one who came. The kids didn't have to come over and watch the beginning of the game. She did. She came by herself. She had a really good week of practice. She came off the bench. I didn't play her a lot in the beginning of the third quarter. She's like, no, Coach B, it's okay, it's okay. She struggled at the beginning and really kept the team together. And I'm proud of her for that because it's not easy. And she hasn't had the year she's wanted, and I know it's been frustrating to her. But she's had great support from her teammates and her parents who've understood that, you know, it is about us building and winning, and she is an important part of our team. And I think, you know, while her leadership skills may not be as vocal, today I think she showed, you know what, guys, it's ready to play. And I'm proud of her. And I thought Inya in the first half really, you know, got into some foul trouble. In the second half was a lot better. And stuff. I was also proud with Shadian Samuels. I thought leadership-wise, she had a great week of practice, and she was very vocal today during the game and kept us going.
Anything else for Coach?
Thank you, everyone.
Coach, thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, James. Yep.